that their waist is their hips, but actually this is your hips, right? So you come down, you track from the knees, you track in through the ankles, there's your hip width. Now, you're in your forward bend, and then you're going to take your hands further forward another foot, and then walk your legs right back into downward dog. Now let your head dangle and slide your shoulder blades down your back as you pull up from your core. Keep the entire palms pressing down. Now bend your knees and then tip the bum bones up towards the ceiling. And again, the head dangles. Now see if you can press down through all of the toes. And Claire, really check the toes, just so you can feel that the toe base and the tops of the toes are pressing down. So we're trying not to clench with making white knuckles on the toes. And then straighten the legs back into your downward dog, pulling up from the hips, and then come on down onto the knees. Now take the circle the hips around, so that we're just going to warm up right in through the hips. And see that your shoulders are directly over your wrists, so we can get a good wrist warming up as well. And then come on in the other direction. Coming around. The elbows are soft. And then you're going to turn your hands in. And this is quite the maneuver. Your heel of your hands pressed down. And then you're going to do a tiny circle around. So now we're getting into the inner forearms, which really helps to stretch to keep the shoulders freer when you're doing your downward dog. And then you come in the other direction. Just pulling back from the hips. And then you can bravely pull back, keep the heel of the hands down. Now lift the eyes to direct the spine. And then you're going to round your spine. This is a cat round. You press the heels of the hands down. I still have the toes tucked under. And you take a breath, 2 breaths at the top of that cat round. So your head is tucked. You've got your chin tucked in, and you're stretching, I hope you're stretching underneath the shoulder blades a little. So you're getting more into the upper back. Okay, good. Now, if that really hurts, and I do mean the good hurt in the forearms, please feel free to stay for 2 more breaths, because you're stretching deep into the muscles that need it. And then you can come right back and come back into either kneeling position or a high kneel, because that might be easier for the knees. And then come right onto the tops of the hands and pull back, so you're stretching right through the forearms. I'm going to do a kneel back and pull the shoulder blades down. So again, you can get a really nice long spine. And keeping that wonderful stretch right through your wrists. So these are your forearm extensors, and they are responsible for this. They pull the arm, they pull the hand back. I've just done a video that you'll get today or tomorrow on these stretches, and it's just a quickie to show you how to stretch before your practice, or even taking a break and doing it during your practice. So here is the stretch of the forearm at the top. Okay, and then in whatever position you're in, come on right into hand circles. And come in both directions. Okay, now just shake out the hands, really loose. And then you can take the hands, they might feel a little different. And once again, come on into your hip rotations, coming around. A bit more vigorous. And then in the other direction, start to round your spine and arc your back. So you're going to be very much like a lava lamp, just moving around, arcing. I'm turning the head from side to side to stretch in through the neck, moving in any way that feels wonderful through the spine. Take another minute to move and just goo the body around in any stirring of the hips that feels great. Change the direction again. See if you can feel a rhythm that takes over. Little movements from the inside that move out. I know that one thing, for example, that I can best explain it is when I'm moving, I'll actually feel as if my right hip is like bubble paper and it opens from the inside. And that's when I know I'm using a deeper movement rather than just trying to follow the pose. So there's so many ways that we breathe and fully open up and activate parts that don't open. And then we're centering, and now tuck the toes under, walk the hands in 4 inches, take an in-breath, arc the back, and then you can exhale and rise into your downward dog. Bend your knees, come right up onto the tops of the feet, bending the knees in, and then lift up through your hips so you're lengthening through your spine. Get a really good rise. Gently turn the head from side to side, releasing. And then you can let your heels release. Fantastic. Now gazing up, we're going to step in between the hands. Stepping forward, breathe in, come halfway up, nice flat back, reaching out. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, breathe the arms up, lift, pressing the palms together, lengthen from the spine. And then exhale the arms to center. Coming right into the next one, breathing in for salutation. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, touch. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands, jumper, step the legs back to the left. Come into your side plank, either bending the underside knee or keep it straight. And then rolling back to the center. Roll to the other side, opening the chest, lifting the underside waist. Wonderful. Come back to your center. Now from your plank, or of course might be from the elbows in order to rest the wrists, press the heels back. Pull and knit up through the rib cage. Do a little giggle, do a little so you get that area activated. Good. And then if you can giggle one more time, giggle and keep the abs in. So it's a and then glue up from the abdominal wall. So you've got your pull up there. And then turn to your left in full plank. Stack the feet. Rotate, I'm going to go to your right to show you. You're going to lift and then come to the other side. Very slow stacking of the feet to rotate on the outside blade of the foot and lifting underside waist. Breath. Then coming back, come to your plank and then exhale to the floor to lower. Press down into the elbows, press into the tops of the feet, breathe in. And then you can exhale into neutral spine, dropping the chin, walking the knees in. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Take an in-breath, gaze up, arc your back. And then you can exhale and rise into your downward dog. And really pull up through the bum bones as you let the head dangle. Nice steady breath. Again, really feel the bum bones lift. Now take your left leg straight up in the air. Come up on the ball of the right foot. Reach through that heel. Extend, extend, just straight, just extend. Stay with your breathing. One more breath. Lengthen and reach. Long. And then gently release that leg down. Good, bend the knees, come on down into child's pose. Draw your arms forward, palming the mat out there. Exhale and release the forehead to the floor. Come right into your breath. Excellent, nice deep breath. Good, and one more deep breath. Really draw the breath into the back of the nostrils. Lovely, and then walk your hands back in under the shoulders. Take an in-breath, gaze up. Exhale, rise the spine, lift through the hips, draw the right leg straight up in the air, come up on the toes of that left foot. Keep that right leg as straight as you can, reaching. Pull up from the core, get a strong leg, super reach as straight as you can. Breath. Now take that leg down, stay with the downward dog, keep the hips lifted. Bend your knees, tip your bum bones up higher so you get into the top of the hamstring. Do a little giggle. Good to get that super tip up of the bum. And then gaze up, keep your bum lifted, knees bent. And then straighten the legs. Tip forward like this, so you're going to come forward towards with the shoulders coming over the wrists. And then step the feet forward, come halfway up, reach out from the spine, flat back, exhale, fold. Then inhale, rise, open through the chest, pressing the palms together, and then exhale the arms to center. And inhale again, gazing up, open through the chest. Exhale, fold forward, reaching out. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch. Exhale, fold forward. Planting the hands, jump or step the legs back. Coming into side plank to the left. Rotate, open through the chest. Lift the underside waist for another breath. Opening, and then come on back to your center. Rotate to the other side, the legs are stacked, or of course you can have one leg in front, scissor giving you a wider base. Lifting through the underside waist, there's the extra breath. Come on back to your center. Now keeping the legs wide, or bring the legs wide. Dunk your right knee down, try to keep the belly button up, and then straighten. And left leg, and straighten. And right, and straighten. And left, and straighten. Keep that going. And straighten, 2 more. And last one. Now step the feet together. If you can rotate to the outside right blade of the foot and come to the other side. Underside waist lifts. Rotate to the other side. Keep the underside waist lifted. Good, let's do this one more time. Rotate over. Lifting the underside waist and back to your center. Rotate to the other side. Now here we are, center. Exhale, plank or bend the knees to lower. Press into the elbows, gazing ahead. Press the forearms and the palms down. Let the chin drop, come to neutral. Walk your knees in right underneath the hips, and then taking the hands under the shoulders. Arc up, take an in-breath, tilt the bum bones up. Exhale and rise, tucking the toes under into a tall downward dog. Let your head fall. Continue to pull up from your thighs, sending the bum bones up and lengthening the spine. Stay with your breathing. And 2 more breaths. Again, keep the inner thighs moving back as you let the heels drop. Okay, good. Now you gaze up, come up onto the tiptoes, shift the bum up high so that your shoulders come right over your wrists. Breathe in, step the foot forward, other foot, come halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, lift through the ribcage, bring the palms together, keeping the shoulders dropped. And then you can exhale the arms to center. From here, we'll come right into a forward bend. That was excellent. Take an in-breath, gaze up, open the chest, and then exhale, fold forward. Now grab onto the toes, first 2 fingers, thumbs on the outside. Take an in-breath, gaze up, and then exhale and fold. Good, just let your head dangle as you keep that pull up of the bum bones. Feel yourself really lifted. Let the weight evenly distribute between the front and the backs of the feet as you pull up from the bum. The head completely letting go. Good. And now you can slowly release the hands. Let your arms dangle Raggedy Ann-like And keeping the knees soft, slowly start to uncurl. Pull right up from the core, letting your shoulders come forward. And then you can lift and come all the way back up, coming to standing, and then interlace through the fingers. Let the shoulders slide down as you gaze up, taking a nice deep breath. And then you can exhale and tuck your chin. Slide the shoulder blades down so the arms are very active. And you've got your rib cage pulling in, and you keep the rib cage pulling in. So even on the inhale, you don't inflate, but you keep that area sandwiching in to create intra-abdominal pressure and to cause a stronger pull in of the breath. So you have to really draw the breath down, creating more strength in the respiratory muscles. And one more of those. Nice deep breath. Okay, very good. Now we'll take the feet with the left heel coming back and coming into triangle with the right toes coming forward. Now let your arms come out to the side so you're nice and open through the chest. And then slide over to the right. And we're going to take that right hand down, left arm up, and just open right through the side. Good. Please stay there for 5 breaths. I just need to play theater director here. Get the lights on. Keep that hip back, that back hip back. And on your next in-breath, breathe in, draw all the way back up. Just draw that left hip back, turn the right heel out, left toes to the front, draw the right rib cage back as you open through the chest. Slide, exhale to that left side. Draw the right hip back so you're nice and open right from the right side of the waist as you come down. Now this back right heel is turned out on a diagonal. So the foot is not parallel, but it's turned out. Mine, I only turn out a bit because I find it works a little better for the hip. So what I want you to do is just notice if it feels better to have the foot out on an angle or if it feels better to have the foot parallel. And either one is okay. Now then on your next in-breath, of course, it's always okay when you're feeling right in the pose. Now you turn, we do revolve triangle, which is to step your left foot over. Take both hips forward. Your legs are 1 leg length apart. Take both hands onto the low back. Take an in-breath, gaze up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Take that left hand either on the outside of the right foot or in front on the fingertips and turn to your right. Draw that right shoulder blade down. Reach out through the top of the head as you pull the right waist back. Stay with your breathing. And then you can come down. We're going to breathe in, lift the arms, windmill that left arm up, rotate to the other side, windmill them right around, turn in exactly the opposite direction. Your feet are apart, so your belly button is squared. Sorry, the right arm comes up. You lift, extend out over that foot. Either take the right hand on the outside or in front of the left, turn and draw that left arm back. Keep reaching out through the back of the head as the chin is slightly tucked. Pull up through the left waist. Stay with your breathing. Pulling up. And then you can look down, windmill the arms all the way back, turn the feet parallel, and now we'll step the right leg forward, turn the toes out, and then take that left leg back wide so you're about a leg length and a half apart. And then you're just preparing to come right into warrior. You'll have your front right thigh parallel to the floor. The back left hip is pulling back, and you're gazing just beyond the middle fingers. Keep the chest open. Now we're going to come down lower And take that right hand on the inside. The front right knee is bent. You're turning your top hip back and then gazing up towards the ceiling. Keep that left hip drawing back so you open and you've got your shoulders stacked, hopefully. If you're slightly rounded, just pull the waist back more so you can get more of an opening of the rib cage. Keep the chin in as you gaze up. Open through the chest. Breath. Front right knee directed forward. Really good. Now do feel still lots of weight. We're taking our time here. Lots of weight still in that back left foot. So you've got about 40% of the weight going back there. So you don't want to lunge forward. You really want to pull back from this top waist. And breath. Keep pressing that back foot down. Keep pulling the top waist back. Lovely. Now rotate down and then take the right hand to the knee, left hand to the knee. We're going to turn this around, turn this foot in, rotating the heel out to the left toes to the front, open through the chest as you draw that right hip back. Keeping the chest open and rise. Feel that right waist draw back. You're gazing just beyond the middle fingers. Remembering in Warrior, you're using the Earth's wisdom to face adversity. So you're really feeling yourself ground into the earth, feeling the body open, feeling the chest open. And then you're in a position to bend down to the earth by using the back. Come down onto the inside, turn the chin up, draw that right shoulder blade back, and again, keep the back leg active. Keep pulling up from the waist, opening through the side. Keep your chin tucked in. Keep that front left knee directing forward. Chest open. One more breath. Now you can gaze down, push up, taking that left hand to the knee, take the right hand to the knee, and then turn onto your back foot, coming right up onto the ball of the foot. Now walk your left foot over. You're going to go heel to toe so that you come over about 3 inches, and now you have your hips square to the front. Take the hands right onto the waist. Keep the rise from the rib cage. Keep the opening through the chest, extending up through the arms. Keep that back leg lift or reaching. The heel is reaching back. Gaze up to where the ceiling meets the wall as the chest is open. Turn the pinkies in so you're opening up through the backs of the arms. Back leg strong. Breath, breath, breath. And then you can exhale. Take the hands wide. Straighten that front leg. And you're up on the ball of the foot of the back foot. And then exhale and extend out over that left straight leg. Pull in through the core to get out, reaching the chest forward. Pull up through that left thigh, pointing the toes to press the foot down. And then we're going to change legs. So gently bend that front leg. Take the leg back into a wide downward dog. Pull the bum up so you're lifting from the hips and getting your body out of the way, and then step your right leg forward. Step into the right hand. Straighten that right leg up on the ball of the back foot. Extend out over the leg. Keep pulling up through that right thigh as you extend forward. Stay with your breathing. Again, really pulling up through that right leg, reaching out through the face. It's the nose that's coming down towards the toes. So your chin is not lifted. Good, now we're going to come into another side stretch. You're going to rotate that back left heel down. Take the right hand on the inside of the right foot. Pardon my backside, you're just going to turn to your left, open, draw that left shoulder blade back. Pull up from that front right foot. Lengthening into the right waist. Draw the left shoulder back, nice deep breath. Okay, really good. Now we're going to turn this around, come all the way over to your left foot. Turn that left foot out, back heel pressing down. Take the left hand on the inside, turn to the right, drawing that right waist back as you open, keeping the shoulder blade back and down, lengthening. Again, really draw that right hip back, open, shoulder is back. Breath. One more breath. Now you can take that right hand down, and then you're going to come up onto the foot of that back right foot, and then draw down onto the knee, and then take that left hand just on the outside. Now you can walk this front foot over to the right, so you're coming into pigeon, and you're taking the right foot to the outside edge of your mat. Drop down onto that left hip. Tipping, you'll probably need to tip quite a bit to get a good stretching through that left hip. You can see I'm really rotated. If you can square back a bit more, pull that left hip back more, that will get more of a straighter pigeon pose. Your back foot is pressing down, and then you press into fingertips left, coming up, lengthen from the spine, keep pulling up from the skin of the torso as that back right foot presses down. And then on your exhale, extend the arms out and release the weight of the upper body down. Keep on pressing the top of that right foot down. And one more breath. Okay, now lifting the body, press the hands in. Now press down into the palms and lift the chest and puff your chest forward, which is the whole essence of the stature of this pose. Is like you're really pressing up from the chest, your pigeon puff, and you're really opening in through the whole chest area. Now, if you can imagine, a full pigeon pose is where this back leg, which today I'm just going to give you the idea, because my scoliosis is quite holding me into a position I can't get open much. The leg comes up, and then the hands would come back and grab the leg. My point being, what you're doing is you're opening your body up. So try tucking the toes under, pressing the knee down, and then lifting from your rib cage to get that pull up. And then you can really open and pull up from the skin of the torso. So you're opening, you're lifting, you're pulling up, and this, of course, this hip is anchoring you down. And then you're going to tip to that left side, take your right leg forward, and pull that left heel in. I'm going to turn towards you, so you've got your left heel in on the opposite of you, and that right heel is coming in front. And you're going to come over the body like so. Press the back of the arm into the shin to get your body to come forward. Now I can see my knee is rolling out. You want to keep it in. So you tuck underneath the arm in order to get that extension forward, and you reach forward from your body. Now this is kind of a gentler way to get more in through the low back. And again, you're using the leverage of your arm to press into the shin to get you forward. And breath. Take in 2 more breaths. Get that wonderful reach forward. Okay, fantastic. Now you've got your right knee forward and you're going to keep it forward. Now you're probably still rotated forward. So take that right foot across and it's going to come down and then tip to that right side. Take your left foot back to switch legs in your pigeon and then press down through that left foot. Square and pull that right hip back. Lift from the torso and then in your pigeon, come right down into lying pigeon. Let your head fall. Let the back to the top of that left foot press down as you release the forehead. And keep on pulling that right waist back. Stay with your breathing. Again, keep pressing that top foot down. And then you can breathe in, come all the way back up, and you're pressing into the hands, puff out through the chest, lift. Keep pressing that back left foot down, the top of the foot as you lift. The other thing you're doing is you're really pulling your right waist back. So you're attempting to pull your left hip forward and your right waist back. And then you get a really nice, wow, lift right from your hip. Stay with your breath, pulling up. Good, and now just tuck the toes under, really press that knee down and pull up from the torso. Lift from the body, pulling the chest up. Stay with your breathing. One more breath. And then very gently, you're tipped over to your right side. You're going to take that left hip forward as I rotate and holding that left heel in front and then taking the arms over, press the back of the arm into the shins as you extend forward. Reach out from the chin. Stay with your breathing. Keep pressing the back of the arm right into the shin. Beautiful breath as you reach. Extend forward from the waist. So you're really using your hands to push down. So you're not just there, but you're actively pressing the shoulder blades down. And then you can gently rise and come all the way up. Now draw that knee down, roll onto your knees, come into all fours position. Keep the toes tucked under, and then take an in-breath and lift the chin. Now exhale and round the spine, and just let your head dangle as you feel like you're pressing your palms right through the floor. Take a couple of breaths there to excavate into your low back, so you'll feel on the exhale, you'll really pull the core up. This is very much like wearing one of those weight training belts that supports your back. You're really pulling the abdominal wall in to stretch further inside your low back. And then breathe into a neutral tabletop position. Now we'll take the legs back, so you're going to reach all the way back. Take the arms alongside the body, press the tops of the feet down. If you can have your feet together, that would be great. And then take an in-breath and let your shoulders come forward as inhale, and then exhale and extend the hands back. But keep the shoulders down. It's funny, you actually have to actively press the shoulders forward to reach the wrists up. I find the thumbs will come up and the pinkies will come down, so your palms will rotate out. Take in 2 more breaths at the top. Keep on pressing the feet down as you do. Now you can gently release. Take your hands right underneath you. Let go, and then take the heels in and flex the heels and pull in as much as you can. Now you can press into the elbows and lift here. This is a wonderful way to do a modified shoulder stand. Sorry, I have so much more to take into shoulder stand. A modified rocking horse. And you can see my elbows are way out. I'm not under, which would be usual. So that is one way to modify your rocking horse. Otherwise, you can come into one leg, grab onto the pointed toes, pull in, and let the right leg down, and then lift and come up. Or I'm just going to demonstrate. The other is you can come into grabbing the heels, flex them, lift, extend your heels out, let your shoulders come forward as you stay with your rise, opening the chest, and let the feet kick out. And for those that are doing this one, again, the elbows further forward, then you lift, you press the knee down. So I know I just wanted to give you a lot at once there. So you have the three options, and you're really pulling that foot in as much as you can. Do make sure the elbow is back, so try not to be fanned out. That will pull your back back. It's so neat. The shoulder blade pulls your back up. So it's right back there, it pulls down, you rise, and you increase your breadth of your breath, your wider breath. And then you come down. Okay, so for those that are doing this one, Lordy, you must be tired. What you can do is just see if you can have your knees kiss, ankles kiss. Press your knees down into the floor. For those that are going to the other side, please do. Press your knees down into your floor. My feet are together, everything's pressing, knees, feet. And you're gonna press your pubic bone down and your knees down into the floor. So what I'm doing now, I don't even need my upper body. This area is pressing me down. My knees are pressing down. My pubic bone is pressing forward. So I'm working through that whole line through the backs of the legs, and the knees are pressing down. So I just made that up. It's a really nice way to activate the low back for those that just did the this one coming up. And then those that are on the other side, of course, you're lifting, your elbow is back, you're gazing up, and you keep that opposite foot pressing down. So I realize I'm giving you a lot of instruction, and I'm a fan of keeping you moving rather than doing holding of the poses in the morning, because it's more fluid and it really gets the blood circulating. So that's my defense. And then you can gently release that leg. Now, then just be like a kid and bring your heels up and then just crisscross. Okay, and then let your heels fall. Take your hands right beside the shoulders. In breath, come all the way back up. So today we're going to come right into breath of joy. And you want to have, if you need to have your legs in front for a better position, kneeling is the tallest way. So just notice if you could come into kneeling. And we'll come into 27 pumps, bringing the arms out to the side. Here we go, breathing in. Take 3 regular breaths. So watching the posture, the chin is back slightly. You're really sitting back on your hips, space between ribs and hips. It's a really energetic throw of the arms and then a drop of the arms. And a very strong exhale, pulling the abdominal wall in. I'm just going to demonstrate this time from the side. So here we go, breathing in 27 pumps. Good. 3 regular breaths. So just a reminder, we are increasing the cleansers in the throat and the respiratory tract when we do this. The strong pump also helps to release any tension in the abdominal wall that could be just from, distension from gas, from lack of digestion of food, but it can also be emotional tension too. So by doing a press in here, you squeeze out what tension could be held in this GI tract. And here we go, last round, breathing in. And just relax. let go, and take a full minute breathing into, feeling the effects of the breath. Do notice if you feel energy differently in some part of your body. And then you can bring your awareness back. We'll take your left elbow high and then dive under, coming into your nice eagle. Take an in-breath lift and then exhale. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Good, now draw that elbow across. Pull over as much as you can. Let the arm drop. You're just above the nipple line to get that stretch right through the back. And then circle in that direction. Drawing that shoulder blade across. And then you can come back. Okay, we'll take the right arm up. Draw the arm under. Take an inhale, lift the eyes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. And now draw that arm across, circling over. Lovely lift from your ribs. And then let the arm drop, pull across. So I just reversed the direction there a little. So, not the direction, but just the order there. So we'll just finish with this stretch across. And then you can gently release the arms and come right down onto your backs, and we'll come into Shavasana lying relaxation. So completely let yourself go. You can turn your palms up. Let that space in between your shoulder blades rest back. Notice if anything in your body can let go. As I leave you in silence, just feel how the belly rises on your inhale and sinks on your exhale. And how on your exhale you can sink into the floor even more. As you're lying there, do any little wiggles that you need to do to get your body to release more into the mat. And now, as you're lying back and the eyes are closed, take a moment to feel into your day as one big screen, and imagine what you want that screen to look like. Just the feeling tone of the day, the color of it, the texture and context, the texture of it that would define the content. I'll just give you an example. I'm going to go and pick up my car, and I've got a really big car bill, and that would be my head thinking. But the truth is, I love to get my car because I love my car guy, my garage guy. He's such a great guy, so I really actually look forward to it. So just see if you can touch into the ways of the day that you look forward to and what you're entering into, not what it involves with finances or gain or progress, but just the idea of moving into your day and what you get to experience there with each person or each landscape. Good, and then allow that screen that you've just created to embed into your mind, as if it's setting an actual template for the rest of your day. Good, and then give that template a name, an intention. So maybe it's to be playful, maybe it's to be energetic, maybe it's to be gentle. And then feel the feeling tone of that name, of that word. Good. And then you can gently just bend your knees, draw your knees into your chest together, and do a little rock side to side. And then roll either forward and back or over to your side. If you roll forward and back, tuck your chin. Build momentum, coming back and then up. Lifting. It's a really nice way to finish, to energize your spine. And then come on all the way up to standing. And we'll bring our hands together and bow in Namaste. Namaste. Lovely. Have a fantastic day, you guys. If you can get down to the ravine, it's really beautiful. All the trees are budding and the water marigolds are still down there at the bottom. It's really nice and clear. You can go for a run or a walk. And that would be really great. Okay, Sarah, good morning.
Namaste.
Namaste, Julian. Have a great day, guys. Oh, it's Jill. Hi, thanks, Jill. My eyes. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Glad you made it.
Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks.
Thanks, Celeste.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Wendy.